Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms, and I know a lot of you guys probably aren't really big fans of Raid Shadow Legends, but what if Watcher of Realms did a collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends? What would that look like? And I have a sneak peek of what a hero might look like if that were to happen. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. All right, just to cover the basis here, we're talking about if the possibility of a collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends could happen, or if it did happen, what would that look like? Would we have which heroes or which champions would be brought into the game and be made into Watcher of Realms heroes? And I did a little bit of work today trying to figure out what that would look like and trying to be as realistic as possible. So let's head over to the website and check it out. All right, here we are over at war.prospector.gg. That's WOR.prospector.gg. And as you can see, this website is very close to being full-fledged, by the way, just so you guys know. And if you already need discounts, go ahead and click that, get a 10% discount on WGold right up here, and keep an eye out for the featured articles in case there is any special bundle events going on. Anyways, let's head over to the hero guides, shall we? There might be a little something in there. Can you guys see it? I see it right up there. The Arbiter Supreme. And what better hero to come in from Raid Shadow Legends than Arbiter herself? I think that is Raid Shadow Legends' like iconic champion that they use over there in Raid. And you see a lot of like little advertisements and stuff like that. And it is one of the, I want to say, better champions over on Raid Shadow Legends. And it's very easy to get her as well. So she's very cool. And I decided to make a hero out of her. And this is going to have the full kit, the everything, title, class, factions, what she does. Her kit is going to be fully killed up. The skill ranges, all the skills here, everything is on here. Even attributes are well thought out and played through. Now, she's going to be the Arbiter Supreme. She's going to be a Supreme Arbiter faction hero. And not only that, but she's also going to be a Lord. She super fits into this faction. That's why I went with Arbiter Supreme as a name, and she's part of the Supreme Arbiter, so it's a little wordplay right there. But the final verdict is going to be her title, and then she has a little description right here. I'll read it out to you. A supreme being who presides over judgment itself. Arbiter Supreme descends upon the battlefield as both protector and executioner, bestowing divine blessings upon her allies while denying fate itself. She ensures that no battle is decided without her will. Under her guidance, the Supreme Arbiters rise beyond mortality, empowered by truth, divinity, and unwavering judgment. Some even claim she always acts first. A little wordplay for you Raid Shadow Legends players. I know you know what that means. Now, obviously, she's going to be a healer. Basically, going to be like a support type unit. Magic is going to be a damage type of magic, but she's not really doing any damage anyways. Legendary Lord. Summon type is going to be ancient exclusive. And the hero tags are going to be AoE heal and team protection. And she's going to have damage boost, inspiration, and rage regen. It sounds super overpowering, but for a Supreme Arbiter Lord, it has to be super strong, right? So bringing things in like global rage regen, inspiration, and some damage boost, that's actually coming from the Lord skill itself, which all those Lords do. Now, let's go over the kit really quick, shall we? On the talent, she's going to apply rage regen to all allies on the battlefield every 3 seconds. This is a global rage regen. This is just like LON or Ireless. For every ultimate unleashed, permanently increases the inspiration effect granted by this hero's Lord skill by 5% per hero with a maximum of 5 stacks. That rage regen boost is going to be restores 1% rage per second, exactly like LON. Now, it does talk a little bit about the inspiration effect being granted by this hero's Lord skill every time she uses her ultimate, so keep an eye out on that. Now, for the Lord skill, Supreme Divinity number 4. I don't know, Watcher of Realms doesn't really ever go into like the Lord skill level 4s, but you know, I decided to put it in there. Increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%. That's pretty standard. Gains 1 divinity every 15 seconds with a cap of 3. also very normal. You can consume all divinity to cast Lightning of Truth. Lightning of Truth, same little button, praise button, whatever Arbiter Lords have, they always have that little button down there. Causes Verdict of Truth 2, and Final Verdict according to the divinity consumed. I didn't really come up with any kind of different names for these, but we just kind of went with this Verdict Truth 1, 2, and Final Verdict. It seemed to work out really well anyways for her, but they are different. Verdict of Truth 1 is for every one faction team member is present, restores HP equal to 80% of the Lord's attack to the ally with the lowest HP 2 times. Then Verdict of Truth 2. That's when you have 2 stacks of divinity. For every one faction team member present, restores HP equal to 120% of the Lord's attack to allies with the lowest HP 3 times, and grants immunity to debuffs for 2 seconds. So you get a little bit of immunity. So if you cast this at the right time, you can actually make it so they don't take poisons, right? Or Final Verdict, which is going to be for every one allied faction team member present, grants all allies inspiration equal to 10% of the Lord's attack for 45 seconds. Okay, so you can use her Lightning of Truth to be doing healing, or you can wait until it gets to Final Verdict and cast it, and according to this right here, grants 1 divinity every 15 seconds. She should be able to keep a cap of 3 and keep that inspiration up full time, as long as you always wait for 3 stacks of divinity before you activate her Lightning of Truth. And it does say that it's 10%, but remember on that talent, 5% per hero, maximum of 5 stacks. So you can get an extra 25%. That's going to bring it up to a 35% inspiration. Very cool, right? Very cool. Each time divinity is consumed, faction team members also are going to gain that Sacred Blessing, which is a damage boost to 50% to those faction allies. Now, on the basic attack, she has a sustained AoE heal. If you see here, she also is pretty much like Aelin range, and her healing is going to work pretty much the same as well. Grants attack-based healing to all allies in range. It's sustained AoE heal, so she just keeps constantly healing based on her attack speed. On to the first passive. We'll go on the ultimate after that. Divine Reprieve. Grants Arbiter's Grace to one ally in range every 14 seconds. But what is Arbiter's Grace? Arbiter's Grace is when receiving fatal damage, prevents death, and restores 30% HP. This effect can only be triggered once per application. After this effect is triggered, the target cannot receive Arbiter's Grace again for 60 seconds. So basically, she can apply it like Soul Essence from Carnelian is going to be very similar, except it only can be applied every 60 seconds and used every 60 seconds per hero, so it doesn't become too overpowered. All right, so every 14 seconds, this is going to come down to 10 seconds. So within that time range, you can get a hero with Arbiter's Grace buff every 10 seconds. And then they can have basically immortality. Hopefully, like something, if you're looking at like Abyss 1, you know, by the time you get to the end of the fight, they should all have this at least one time. On to Divine Safeguard. Divine Safeguard is when an ally within the hero's range is inflicted with a debuff. It has a 15% chance to negate that debuff. And that goes up to a 25% chance when fully scaled out. So 25% chance if a poison hits that hero, it's going to do a roll, and if it gets within that 1 out of 4 times, it's going to negate the debuff and stop it from applying on the hero. Just a little something to add on there. Now the really cool part, the ultimate, it seems simple. Divine Intervention. It's going to be a manual ultimate. It's going to cost 1,000. You're going to have 600 rage on deployment. When triggered, increases the hero's healing multiplier by 100% and healing speed by 100% for 20 seconds. This is also very similar to Aelin. It's just going to be a really nice heal, strong heal like Aelin. Then it's going to grant all allies rage boost. This is not rage regen, this is rage boost. Okay, so this is like a turn meter fill from Raid Shadow Legends. Restores 5% rage per second for 5 seconds. So basically, over a 5-second period, the heroes on the field are going to all get a 25% rage regen boost. Sounds super strong. It sounds super strong. This one, it could be reduced a little bit, maybe down to for 3 seconds or something. So when you cast their ultimate, they all get like a 15% boost, or maybe you're increasing the cost of the ultimate a little bit. But either way, it is still very cool. All right, on to the attributes. So we're looking at 9,500 HP, 4,500 attack, Defense is sitting at 943. Magic res is 2100. Cost is 20. I know it's a high cost, but it's just makes sense. She's a really good hero. Block is 1, negligible. Redeployment time is 60. It's pretty normal. Attack interval is going to be 2. Attack speed is going to be 100. So her attack interval is going to be pretty fast. She's going to be able to boost down to about a 0.9 to 1 second attack interval, or attack speed, I guess, with gear on. And then everything else here is pretty standard. BP, I even have BP numbers in there, 110k to 122k at Awaken level 5. Awakenings. All right, here we go with the Awakenings. Now, if you haven't really seen the website yet, I have keys, key awakenings, and then I have the EV scores. The EV scores are effective value scores based on how effective that awakening is for the hero's particular kit. Awakening level 1 increases the chance of Divine Safeguard to negate debuffs by 10%. So that's going to buff that negation up to a 35% chance to stop it from happening. Awaken level 2 is attack plus 5%, pretty standard, and increases faction team members' HP by 5%. So it's going to give an HP boost instead of an attack boost. She's already giving attack percentage and inspiration and all the stuff. She doesn't really need to be giving anything else. Awaken level 3 reduces the reapplication cooldown of Arbiter's Grace by 10 seconds. Remember, Arbiter's Grace is going to be that first passive here, Divine Reprieve. It's going to be only applied every 60 seconds. It's going to come down to every 50 seconds. So it's a nice little boost with the Awakening level 3. You can see why the key Awakening is level 1. Awakening level 4 is a healing effect plus 20, kind of negligible. Awakening level 5 is each time Divine Reprieve is triggered, grants the target inspiration equal to 5% of this hero's attack for 5 seconds. Divine Reprieve is again that Arbiter's Grace. So they're going to get an extra 5% boost to their attack when they are taken out and come back on the field. All right. Now I do have the gear on here as well. It's going to be a Light's Grace, Wings of Grace, Taya's Balm type build. And you're going to be looking for attack bonus, attack speed, rage regen, healing effect. Aggression will be your main variant that you're going to be looking for. And then also you're going to be looking for attack bonus, flat attack speed, and then flat attack, and then rage regen, where we can get that flat attack because it is an inspiration unit after all. Now, because she does so much healing, I decided to put Taya's Balm as the ideal artifact. And then late game is going to be Salvation, Invigoration, and Golden Scarab. Little attack boost here coming from that. And then mid game will be Salvation, Asclepius, and Chalice of Youth. Or a Keen Wisdom would be another good option. Stage ratings. Drake's Chasm. Forest is going to be definitely going to be a 5-star. Sorion is definitely going to be a 4, probably a 5-star. Gear Raid 1 is going to be a 5-star just because of the ability of having that nice solid inspiration. Gear Raid 2 is going to be a 3-star. Gear Raid 3 is going to be a 4-star. Gear Dungeon 1, 4. Gear Dungeon 2 is going to be a 4. Titanic Ruins, of course, double 5 stars on Zerberus and Semra. It's going to be very useful. And then we have Arena here at Anti-Air, 3-star. Single target, 2-star, and then AoE DPS is going to be somewhere between a 4 and a 5-star. Other raids, Artifact and Jewel Raid, 5. Pretty much all through these here. The Promotion Raid, Resource Raid, Faction Trials, Tide. A lot of the heroes are 5 stars here. Tower Deception is going to be a 4, 4.5. And then we have Malik's Trials sitting here at 4 and 4. And then Immortal Codex, Arbiter Frost is going to be very useful in the Arbiter Frost. It's already a strong team bringing the Supreme Arbiters into Arbiter Frost, so that makes sense. And then we have the Wasteland Titan at 3, Lord of Styx at 3, we have Furious Torrent at 3, Phantasmal Nightmare is going to be a 4, and then we have Mother of Crows at a 3-star. Anyways, guys, what do you think of my hero? I think it is a very cool hero. I'm very curious to see what your thoughts are down in the comments, or how you guys take this. What would your response be if we had a collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends? At the same time, if this wasn't a Raid Shadow Legends hero or a collaboration with it, what do you think about my hero that I created? I did a lot of work on it and I spent a lot of time on this hero. I'd appreciate your guys' comments down in the comment section down below. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope I want to help. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out war.prospector.gg. If you like this video, you can also consider buying W Gold on Photoshop. All you have to do is click on this top banner here on the website, and it will take you to a little hub here, which is going to tell you If you're in the US, you buy at Coda Shop. If you're anywhere else, go and buy on Smile1. But that can take you to those pages directly using my exclusive link. And that pretty much guarantees you a 10% discount year round. Even if you buy within the game, buy the W Gold outside of the game. Anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.